Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylina and this is the Magic Society, and today I'm just making a video talking about a couple different things. First of all, happy new moon. No, not new moon. Oh my gosh, I'm so off on my dates. Happy full moon, sorry. And the full moon is in Gemini, so that's kind of fun. And we've also entered Sagittarius season, so we started that on the 22nd. So I'm just wanting to talk about Sagittarius season, maybe some health tips I like to do as winter approaches, because winter is my absolute least favorite months of the year. Like, I can't even express how much I hate winter, and I'm trying very hard to be like open-minded about it and trying to have a positive attitude about it, but the closer and closer we get to January and February, it sets my teeth on edge. I hate it so much. So some health tips, also a little bit of spirit talk, because I've had some experiences lately at work. One experience in particular that just kind of like blew my mind, because I'm not going to sit here and claim to be like the biggest expert on all of this, nor am I going to claim that I'm the most like in-tuned person. I am, but like this was a odd experience. And then some magical workings and a little bit of a book update, even though I haven't been reading a ton. The book I'm reading right now, I just want to give a little bit of an update on it. So let's get started. Okay, so Sagittarius season. What are we to expect for Sagittarius season? A little bit more openness, a little bit more flow. You know, we just got out of Scorpio season, and I'm a Scorpio rising, and so it's very, you know, secretive. We're kind of, I wouldn't say grumpy human beings, but at times we kind of can be. Our mood is not as lighthearted as Sagittarius tends to be. And so this is like a really good time to live generously and live expansively. It's a good time to start asking different questions, random questions, good time to explore, good time to travel. Sagittariuses, I truly feel like, are the gypsies of the zodiac. They do not like to stay in one place very often. They always like to be involved in exploring different aspects of their lives. So this is a really good time to do that. It's also a good time that if you've made some mistakes, that you can kind of look back and learn from them. Or if you're making mistakes right now, you can kind of look back and learn from them. It's also just, they're really driven to find knowledge and understanding and to find purpose in life. They're very, try that again. They're also very open-minded. I love the fact that if you have a Sagittarius in your life, odds are you are going to see them very inclusive and open to, you know, all people from all walks of life, which I think we could definitely take a note from them, because my younger sister is a Sagittarius, and she's just like a friend magnet. Like, people just connect with her, and I wish I could be more like that. I really do, because Sages are really good about that. So you may or may not know, but Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of luck, abundance. So it may leave you feeling a little bit more optimistic right now. But do be cautious though, because this planet can also invoke feelings of excess and overconfidence, and it can leave us a little careless as well. Now, I'm not saying that like planets rule everything and that we can always just blame planets for the way life is going. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying everything has energy, therefore some energy can affect us at times, but please do take responsibility for your life. Like, you cannot blame everything on a planet. Like, I'm setting that distinction, because recently I've heard like different YouTube videos I've been watching, people talking about astrology and how some people hardcore believe in it and some people just think it's a load of BS. And I see where the BS people are coming from, because they're like, you can't just blame your whole life's mistakes on a planet. Like, you can't do that. And I totally agree, 100%. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying energies can influence us. Like, for instance, a couple of days ago, I was just in a really bad mood. Just like, and I don't even know why. There wasn't even anything to be in a bad mood about, but I was. And so sometimes looking at the astrology of what's, you know, trine, or, you know, depending on where things are, that energy may be impacting you some. Now, I'm not saying I shouldn't take responsibility for my frustrations. Like, obviously I will, but it does help if certain energies are known to set you off. Then it's good to know when those energies are coming, because then you can kind of plan for it, and you can realize, okay, if I am feeling a little bit testy, maybe this is why, and this is how I can, you know, get through the day without biting someone's face off. So that was a long tangent. Anyway, so yeah. This sign is also a big believer in that things will simply work out. And although I do believe that if you put the effort into things, things will turn out the way they're supposed to, and odds are it's going to be a good outcome, whether it looks like that or not. But you do have to put the effort in it. You can't just lay back and just hope everything works out, because that's just not how life works. You have to put in the hard work to get the effects that you want. So Sagittariuses, I feel like they're given it their all, or they're a little bit more laid back, and lazy's not the right word, but a little bit more like not doing anything. And that sounds offensive, but it's not meant to sound like that. But like the balance between play and work is maybe not always there. So if you're kind of feeling that right now, or if you're feeling kind of like this restlessness that you just want to get out and you want to just go somewhere and do something fun, like that could also be Sagittarius's energy, because they don't like to be held down. They like to live life to the fullest, which is absolutely wonderful, and that is a great thing to invoke this time of the year. So also with the astrology book I was reading, which is like the Astro Twins big huge astrology book for the entire freaking year, they were suggesting to not, this time of the year it's so easy to be like, oh, we're making a bunch of New Year's resolutions, we're gonna be new me, new year, you know, that kind of thing. But oftentimes I find that ends up failing drastically. Anytime I've set like a whole bunch of New Year's resolutions, the minute January hits and February hits, which for me are the two hardest months of the entire fucking year, I struggle hardcore, and my motivation just is flat out not there. So I actually love to start with like the pagan calendar, where, you know, it's like March and April, and it's like when the weather starts getting nice and that change starts to happen again. That's where it's at for me. So if you are like that, then maybe right now is just a good time to look back on this previous year. What worked well? What didn't work well? You know, what are some things that you'd like to change? But not setting these finite, hardcore resolutions that, let's be real, we're probably not gonna follow through with. So maybe just looking back and seeing some things that you'd like for this next year, but not making it so like it has to happen, because odds are it won't. We both know, we all know it's not gonna happen. So this time of the year, you've probably already seen it, people getting sick, people just feeling run down. I mean, the holidays alone will do that to you, especially if you get to hang out with family 24/7 all the time. That can be exhausting, and I love my family, but there's a lot of personalities, a lot of different walks of life, like all coming together, trying to get along for an evening or a day or whatever, and that alone can be very draining, especially if you are an empath. You feel all the feelings, like all the feels just come and drain you of your energy, and that definitely happened with Thanksgiving, which hopefully all of you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I actually had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am so happy to say that. We were celebrating my grandparents' 60th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and it was literally on Thanksgiving. So we had all the fam together, getting together and celebrating that, and it went so well, and I'm so happy about that. Like, we did some major magic beforehand. Spirit guides were with us. Like, it couldn't have gone more perfectly. Like, everyone got along flawlessly. We all really connected with each other again, and I have to say it's been a while since that's happened. So it was just really nice. It was really nice, and I could just tell everybody was just so glad that it went well. Like, I think everybody just wanted it to go well and for us to be able to reconnect, and so I was really happy for that. Hopefully there is no family fiascos at any of your guys' Thanksgiving. But yeah, health tips. So, and these are just what I personally like to do. This has nothing to do with, like, I mean, some of these things do have like scientific study behind them, but some of them I just personally like to do for myself. But taking vitamin D, like, I'm telling you, when the cold months hit, I get seasonal depression, like really bad seasonal depression. Like, I hate winter, hate it. It's never sunny, it's always dreary, it's cold, it's wet, like, there's just nothing I like about it. If I could move somewhere warm, I probably would, but I like staying here with my family, so it's probably not gonna happen. But if I could just get away for at least January and February, I know I've said this in other videos before, but I for sure would, because I hate it. I dread it. I dread it every year. And every year I go into it thinking, oh, I'll be optimistic about it. And then I end up just hating life. So vitamin D, I hear vitamin D really helps when you just can't get out into that sunshine as much because it's either cold and you don't feel like going out, or it's cloudy all the time. And although you can still get sun even when it's cloudy, it's maybe not quite enough. So vitamin D. Vitamin D is supposed to help your mood. Recently, I've been really starting to drink like just a little bit of orange juice every morning, like pure orange juice, just because of the vitamin C. And vitamin C is so good for so many things. It's got that antioxidants in it, which helps your immune system. They also help protect your cells against free radicals, and free radicals are molecules that are produced when our body breaks down food or when we come in contact with radiation or environmental toxins. So it helps with that as well. It's been contributed to many diseases, the free radicals are, so it helps with that. And it may help just that general tired feeling as well. It's great for your skin, especially as this time of the year. It can be particularly drying to your skin. I don't know about you, but I'm just constantly lathering myself with lotion, like just so that, and it's only the beginning. That's the sad part. It's only the beginning, but I go through so many lotion bottles, so much. And actually my favorite lotion of all time is the Working Hands. I love this stuff. I swear by it, like absolutely swear by it. As a massage therapist, obviously I'm washing my hands constantly. Like, it's my second hobby, it feels like, is washing my hands. And this stuff like saves me, because I'm not sure how I would be a massage therapist without it, because I hate having dry hands. It's a pet peeve of mine and I hate it. So this Working Hand stuff is honestly a miracle worker. You can get it at most stores, and you can also get it on Amazon. I buy the 2 big packs. They're like 40 bucks, but I think if you buy one, it's 20, and if you buy like the smaller ones, it's a little bit less than that too. So highly recommend that. And I also just really love baby oil. I love to use baby oil. When I get out of the shower and when you're slightly damp, just smothering yourself in baby oil, like, it just leaves your skin feeling so soft and moisturized. I even sometimes use a little bit on my face, but not too much because I don't want to break out like rapidly. But yeah, I really like baby oil. So I recommend that as well. Also, just keep your body moving. I know when it gets cold and dark, I mean, it literally feels like it could be 9 o'clock right now, and it is 5:30. So it becomes a little bit harder to feel like super motivated. And I know if my people with chronic illness, fibromyalgia, the cold weather is not our friend. And I don't know about you, but if I could hibernate like a bear I probably would. I just feel like I want to sleep 24/7, which I know I shouldn't do, but I want to anyway. But honestly, keeping your body moving, like at least going for, I don't know, even a 10-minute walk. Cause I know with like the chronic stuff, it's hard to even do that at times. Like your body just hurts all the time. And I can 100% relate to that. So, but I have found that as the weather has gotten colder, I'm trying to go for like I try for a 40-minute walk, honestly. I try. Most of the time I've been doing fairly good recently on that, but with chronic illness, you never know when that's going to take a turn for the worse. But even just 10, 20 minutes at most, just getting out and walking. And I also am hoping that as it gets colder, if I continue to walk, it'll help with my asthma, because I do definitely get cold weather like asthma that's brought on by the dry air. And so I'm hoping that if I continue to do this as it gets colder, my body will slowly adapt to it, and hopefully it'll be better later on when it gets like super, super cold. But we'll see. But just doing some kind of anything, like walking, being gentle on yourself. Like it doesn't have to be a hardcore workout, because have you seen me? This is not doing hardcore workouts. But yeah, walking I have found is really helpful. Plus, I absolutely love being out in nature. I love going to trails and just sitting out in the trees in the forest with the birds, and I'm a natural Snow White, what can I say? But yeah, that's what I love to do. And honestly, we just got our first snow like yesterday, Friday? No, Saturday. Saturday, we got our first snow, and so I love walking through the forest when it's just snowed, because it is just, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's cold, but it's so pretty, and it's just so like peaceful and quiet and just serene. Like it's a different kind of atmosphere than any other time of the year, which I do really enjoy. That's about probably the only part of winter I enjoy, besides Christmas, of course, but yeah. So also, I don't know what it is, but anytime I start feeling like a tickle in my throat or start feeling like it could be getting sore, I just take like a spoonful of honey in the morning and a spoonful of honey at night. Some people are probably cringing right now because that sounds absolutely disgusting, but it works. Like a doctor could tell you everything that's in honey that makes it work. I know it's got the same thing that the orange juice has, but I think it has also like antibacterial properties. And so something about honey, I'm telling you, every time I start to feel sick, I just take that and my throat like feels better. So I'm also hoping that'll work throughout the year, because I hate having a sore throat. I feel like I'm saying I'm hating a lot of things, but this is the winter time, so you better get used to it. So yeah, those are kind of the things I like to do during the winter. I mean, I know those aren't like official like health tips or whatever, but so far that's what I've been trying to implement. I've also been trying to implement taking better care of my face, because recently I've been getting super lazy about it, and I was breaking out like really bad. So I'm trying to get back into a skincare routine. I've gotten some new products, like we're gonna try those out and hope that, you know, it helps this. And I was researching that like cleaning your face twice with like an oil-based cleanser and then a water-based cleanser, and then having a toner and then a moisturizer is like kind of the triple thread of what helps kind of keep your skin happy. And so we're gonna try that. We're gonna try that. And I've got my new products over here. And if they work, I may share with you what those are. Oh my god, words today. It's a real challenge. Oh my god. Okay, so I have a spirit story, which is really cool. I obviously cannot name the client that I was with when this happened, but this happened at work. And usually the spirits at the Elms, they're just going about their business. Like I can tell they're there. They'll make noises or something. Like it always sounds like a brushing sound when I know that they're kind of around. But usually they like leave us alone. Like they're not usually trying to like get our attention. But I had a client who was on my table, and all of a sudden I just there's this very overpowering sense that there is a spirit present and that it was trying to get my attention. And it was like creating heat in my left ear. So I know like some people probably always have questions about how spirits communicate with us and like what it feels like, what you see, that kind of stuff. I can only, you know, tell you what I've experienced with spirit encounters, but this one happened to be, I was getting heat in my left ear, and like there was like this sense that somebody was in the room, like someone was standing on my left side, like just being very like, tell her I'm here, tell her I'm here. And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be super awkward if I'm wrong about this, but it was overwhelming. Like just this, literally felt like a person was like standing right here. And so I was like, okay, fine. So I told the lady, I'm like, this is gonna sound super bizarre, but I feel like there is a presence here right now and it wants me to get your attention. I don't know who it is, but like, cause I haven't gotten that good yet at knowing male, female, like that kind of stuff yet. I'm not totally sure about that yet. But I was like, okay, there's a presence trying to get your attention. And she's like, that is so weird that you say that, because a year ago today, my brother passed away. It's his 1-year anniversary. And I was like, ooh, that like blew my mind. I was like, well, he's here right now and he's just wanting to check in with you, I guess, and say hello. So that was pretty wild, very wild. And so I'm like, okay, things are really starting to kick in. And I feel like it really is a true statement that October and onward, like the veil is thinner, it is easier for them to come through to us, because there's been a lot of activity at the Elms that I maybe wouldn't have noticed before. Like I was walking by the hallway and then I looked to my left because I thought there was a human being standing in the doorway, and I turned to say hello to them. Nobody there. So I was like, ooh, okay. Okay, I'm starting to see things. I'm seeing energy a lot too, like the little speckles of, almost like you can see the molecules bouncing off of each other, that kind of energy stuff. Sometimes I'll see like blue lights like flickering, like not full-on orbs, but just like specks of light here and there. So those are the ways that I kind of feel spirit's connection. Also, my spirit guide has been with me like 24/7 because I've been needing his help a lot lately, and he always comes to me through the number 42. So I've been seeing 42 like literally everywhere, every day. And I'm not even like looking for it, it just shows up. So I know that's how he's talking to me. And I've gotten to the point where I can almost like hear him in my head, which sounds like I'm a crazy person, but I'm not. So we're getting better. We're getting better at experiencing things. And so this is going to be a controversy statement that I'm about to say. And this is just for me personally. Recently I have gotten off of my Zoloft anxiety medication. I've felt like I've finally just gotten to the point where I can control it kind of on my own. But obviously I'm not saying get off of your medication at all. Please don't think I'm saying that. If you need your medication, please take it. Like, you can still get your psychic abilities even if you're taking medication. For me personally though, since I've been off of it, I have noticed that my brain is a little bit clearer. So I feel like that's also contributing to maybe some of the more like physical things that I'm starting to see and sense. But I mean, that may not be true. I'm just saying from what I've experienced recently, ever since I've been off the medication, my head's been clearer and like I've been seeing more. But that doesn't mean that I wasn't like sensing things before. So do not think that I'm saying you can't have your psychic abilities work if you're on medication. I'm not saying that by any means. I know that's a huge, like, I don't want to get like all these comments. You know, I mean, I don't have enough followers for that anyway, but the followers I do have, I don't want to piss off, so I'm not saying that. But I also feel like overall in my life it's calmed down some too, and I feel like I was in fight and flight mode for so long that now that that's calmed down as well, I feel like I'm seeing a lot more things. So stress, on the other hand, probably could block some of your senses just because you're so overwhelmed with just living in the moment that you don't have time for anything else. But that's my personal opinion, and I mean, I'm not saying that's the same for everybody. But yeah, so lots of my spirit spirit guides working with me right now. I'm really, really feeling them present right now with me. And then yeah, that interesting ghost story, like that was just crazy. I've never had it be like that spot on. So, I've also been doing some magical workings that I want to share with you. Well, one in particular right before Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to share it because it worked like so well, I can't even like put into words how well it worked. And I know a lot of it, you know, comes from the individual coming with, you know, a good attitude and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't just the magic, but I think the magic definitely helped. So what I did was a candle spell. I love candle spells. It's probably my favorite kind of magic to do. But I had a candle for each of the family members that was going to be there. And then I put them all in a circle, and then each candle represents a specific person. And I would roll it in bee pollen, because bee pollen, I feel like with bees are always working together really cohesively. So I rolled all of them in bee pollen and rolled them all in honey. Because honey sweetens the deal and makes people come together and be sweeter. So I used honey and bee pollen. And then each individual candle, like depending on the person, I would use another herb to help with whatever I was hoping to bring to that person. Whether it be forgiveness, whether it be like something to help with anxiety. So I used ashwagandha for the people with anxiety. I used rosemary for forgiveness. I used chamomile to bring some just a humble personality to the table. And then I feel like I'm missing one other herb, but maybe not. Anyway, so each person I chose a different herb to represent something that I wanted for them. And then I sprayed a Serenity spray that I literally got at Hobby Lobby. It's like an essential oil blend. I think it has like sandalwood and lavender or something like that, but it's called Serenity. Sprayed that on there. And then I did the spell for 4 days. So I also had one big blue candle in the center of all the other candles. And so the blue candle, I had calm on there, and so calm and peace. And so the first day I lit the blue candle, and then each of the candles I lit from the blue candle. And I left them burning for however long. And then of course snuffed them out, and then did that for 3 more days. The 3 days after that, I would start one candle and then literally share the light around each, so each one shared the light with each other, and then just really manifested peace and calm and, you know, happiness, and that all previous grudges would be left behind. And it worked so amazingly. Like there was not a single like angry comment made. You know, everyone has strong opinions, and that's not a problem, but there was no like true argument. And honestly, that's all I can ask for a family get together, because families are wonderful, but they're also complex. And so that was the spell I did, and it worked amazingly. So I wanted to share it with you. If you ever need a family spell, I know this is the time of the year where a family gets together. And I know Christmas is coming up, so I probably will be doing another one very similar around Christmas time, just to kind of emphasize that peace and calming energy that everyone wants to bring to a family get-together. So yeah, that's that. And then lastly, I have a book update where, well, actually, I've gotten some other books because, like I said, I've been trying to get into a better skincare routine, and I want to kind of do some natural stuff as well. So I've gotten some different books. This one is the Homemade Beauty Products, over 50 all-natural face cleansers, face masks, and face creams by Lorraine White. So I got this book. This one has some good stuff in it. I like it because it's all things that you could actually easily access. I will say that it's split up into face cleansers, face masks, and face creams, and within each of those, they all kind of have similar masks, creams, and cleansers. So like it's not like super diverse, but I mean, it's got some good stuff in here that I will probably try at one point. I also got the Beauty Geek's Guide to Skincare, 1,000 Essential Definitions of Common Product Ingredients by Deborah Burns. And I feel like this book is going to come in handy because working at the Elms, obviously I work with estheticians as well, and it's not right now, but maybe somewhere down the road I may go back to school for estheticians school, just because I do really like skincare stuff, and I really do want to keep this face looking as young as humanly possible for as long as possible, because, you know, everybody wants that. But it's got literally like tons of ingredients and like what they're used for, what it's all about, what its like Latin name is or whatever. So like watermelon powder, like different extracts, walnut oil, like literally anything you could possibly think of is in this book. And then the last one I got was 200 Tips, Techniques, and Recipes for Natural Beauty by Shannon Buck. And this one looks really helpful. I've only skimmed through it so far, but it's actually got like key information in it, as well as not just like listing things out, but actual like good information in it as well. So I'm pretty excited to look through this, and this has like hair stuff as well as, you know, face treatments and body treatments and stuff like that, and just actual good like information in it. So, and then I also, just for fun, wanted to share the palette that I bought the other day, because I've been trying not to buy a whole lot of stuff because, you know, it's Christmas time and I do get kind of a little bit shoppy at times, so I'm trying not to because I'm really trying to get a house still. But I did get this new shirt at Kohl's. I just felt like that was very, I don't know, not pilgrim-y, but, you know, like old-timey. But I did get the Naughty by Huda Beauty palette, and this one's really good. My sister's really good with makeup and stuff. Like, she actually went to school to be an esthetician, but this palette is really pretty. Like, it's got the shimmers, and the pigment is really nice too, and they're on sale right now, and I got it at Kohl's. Usually they're like 68 bucks, but it was like 35, so like half price. So if you want a really good palette right now, now's the time to do it. And then lastly, real quick, because my camera's about to die, right now I'm reading Fourth Wing, which I'm sure literally you've watched tons of other Instagrammers, YouTubers, TikTokers, everybody on the freaking planet is talking about this book right now, or was talking about it. I'm always slightly late to the party, but this is by Rebecca Yarros, and I'm almost done. I'm on page like 359 out of like 500. And so I'm really enjoying this book right now. Like, I really am. I mean, I understand kind of why the hype is so high. Like, I have been really enjoying it. I will say, with bigger books, like, there's maybe some stuff in there that just maybe doesn't quite need to be in there, and it just kind of feels like filler stuff. I mean, I feel like that a little bit about this book, but not like a ton. I do like the characters. I like the dynamic between Violet and Xaden. Like, it's that whole enemies to lovers type situation, which I'm a sap for that kind of trope. Like, I enjoy that kind of trope. Especially since you just get so much like sarcasm, and that is the best. I love sarcasm. It is my second language. So yeah, I love the dragon stuff in it. I love like the battles and the training. I love those kind of books, you know, like the Hunger Games, anything that has like epic like training or battles, like I'm all for. So yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. The only thing I will say is that, so like it's Xaden, he's the main kind of dude in the story, and he's supposed to be part of this like rebellion group that his father was a part of, and his father actually killed Violet's brother, so there's like some tension between them there. And then Violet's mother killed his father, and so there's supposed to be like a lot of tension and stuff, and Violet was supposed to be like super worried about how Xaden like wanted to murder her when she first got there. I wish we'd shown a little bit more of like how real that was supposed to be, because Xaden to me has never really been like, oh, I'm gonna freaking murder you, like I'm gonna kill you any chance I get. He's never really acted like that, and I'm pretty sure he was born in March, so he may be that Pisces energy. So in Pisces, from what I know, Pisces are not very they don't they don't like conflict. They're not going to go out of their way to start a problem. But yeah, that's kind of opposite of what I think Xaden, I mean, Xaden kind of has a calmer energy, like a secretive energy. Like things may be brewing under the surface, but you don't really get a good look at it. But there's never been like this moment where I really felt like he was going to try to kill her. Like there just wasn't really that moment, but yet it's supposed to be implied that that was like a real thing and that she has these trust issues with him, but he's never really truly given her a reason to like think that he's gonna do something. Like, I mean, he's not been like beyond friendly to her, but he's not exactly been like, I'm gonna slash your throat in the middle of the night either. So I wish there was a little bit more of that like true tension between those two characters, because she should be feeling intimidated by him because of the history they have. But, and I mean, it's not that he wouldn't be intimidating, I'm sure he would be, but not quite to the level of what I was kind of hoping for. So, but yeah, there's a lot that happens in this book. Like, there's a lot going on. It's not just like the trials that they go through to become writers. Like it goes way past that. In fact, the writer part is like becoming a dragon rider is only a very, not a small snippet, but not like a huge snippet either. So I'll be interested to finish it up. I will say it just feels like it's taking me forever to read, and it's not because I don't love it. I do love it. I think it's really good, but it's just these bigger books, it just takes me forever to read them. I don't know why. It takes me forever, but this has been one of my favorite books lately that I have read. So yeah, I will be interested to see where it goes, and I will be reading the second one because I think it's really interesting and good character dynamic. Like, I really do like it. So it's definitely like a 4-star read for me right now, and we'll see kind of how it finishes up and see where I'm at. But I enjoy it. I can see why there's a big hype about it. And I could definitely foresee this being a movie at some point, as long as the producers don't butcher it. Yeah, that's all I have today. Why do these videos always end up being longer than I thought they were going to be? Sorry, I feel like I've been rambling like really fast during this video. But anywho, that is my video for today. Hope you enjoy it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me how your Thanksgiving went, any Christmas plans. And as always, stay curious, be kind, and always speak your truth. I will see you next time.